Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.
Hey guys, OP Scorpion Wind, back with another video. I know I don't usually do it this way, it's just something I kind of came up with last minute. That's something I want to try, something I'm wanting to try. So I'm just going to go ahead and try it out, see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, woohoo. So as you can see, we're going to be talking about Fallout 4. I know I kind of said I was going to get out of this, and this probably is likely going to be my last video on Fallout 4 because of what, especially as of recent, has been going on. For any of those who are still playing Fallout 4 and keeping up on the webpage or anything, Fallout 4, as of 8 days ago, released a new patch. The patch was Fallout 4, the 1.9 update. I'll let you look at this as I kind of go over what's going on. The patch was going to have a lot of like minor fixes, but also, as a lot of people had been hearing, I don't have the exact page that said it was official, but I do have this one. It says they were working on. I know we've lost any of this, and so it's not exactly the most thing. I mean, like, it doesn't really say that they're officially doing it. I can't find what page I had that said they officially were doing it, but they were doing it. I did see one. I don't remember where. I want to say it was another one of these kinds of pages. Then I wanted the I wasn't game. I was like the Gamers Rant or something. I need to, if I find it again, I'll probably post something across Facebook with it, just kind of talking about it connected to this. But for right now, I'm just gonna kind of stick with what I've got. Anyway, the thing was that they were gonna increase the max for Xboxes. Was what the one that I saw was, and it says they were gonna increase it, and that we were gonna be above 2 gigabytes. And then a lot of us are kind of been expecting 5, just because that's what the Elder Scrolls Online got right off the bat. I mean, Elder Scrolls Online, the Skyrim Remastered, which that's a whole other story I'm not even gonna get into right now. But Fallout 4, we've been expecting the new limit, and because a lot of us have been talking about it, a lot of us have been seeing stuff about it, and they've been claiming that they are going to, and I say air quotes on going to, just because it was just like, it was something they were gonna do. And they claimed they were going to do it. They've been saying they've been working on it, but yet we've not seen any proof of this, and we were all kind of expecting this update here to have it. Well, even though it doesn't say it, there was a new cap update. It just wasn't the one we were expecting. As a lot of people probably already know at this point, a lot of people will know without my video, and I know, one of the people I follow on YouTube has already done a video on this, and he's got a whole lot more views than I do, so I mean his videos probably can get more. But it was let me see, it was Juicehead. He had put something out saying that they were upping that as well, but it was the same thing as that. They put cap in, but instead of upping the cap, they more or less downed the cap. I mean, if you look on your Xbox or whatever, it's still 2 gigabytes because they didn't change that cap. What they did was they installed a second cap. This cap being is that you're not allowed to go over 150 mods on your Xbox One, and PS4 also got hit with this new cap, except they got 100, which they got downgraded. But then again, Sony and Bethesda or whatever have been having issues for a while. That's no new news at all. So, with this I kind of want to get into is like, so Fallout 4, as we all know, there's been a lot an issue with this and how a lot of people would say it's the worst game, and even though it became one of the year's best-selling games, like 2015, I want to say it was, and how Bethesda's announced it's their top-selling game. It's like been most successful right now. It was again articles I've been running around looking on trying to find information. It's been finding a bunch of side stuff. So this new cap, you're right. It means we're no longer allowed to have above 150 mods on our. I'm just gonna stick with Xbox One for just because that's what I use. But it's like we're not allowed to have over 150 mods. I personally haven't gone over 82 just because I have had some bigger mods, so I've been running low on space. Plus, I'm kind of picky on what mods I use anyway, because I want to make sure all my mods are working together right. So, like, again, sticking with Xbox One, that means everyone who's got, like, 250 mods, which was the old cap, yeah, at least that's why my understanding was it was 255, and then you had to take away 1 for the main game, and, like, 5 or 6 for the DLC, so you're looking about 249, 250 mods. Well, a lot of us, none of us were going to hit that, especially not with a 200, not with a 2 gigabyte storage cap. When I was this 150, a number of us were having to get rid of mods. And I've been seeing people doing it on their YouTube videos as they rant as well, so it's just like, they're having to go down because of this new cap. Now, whether or not, Bethesda meant to, and again air quotes, meant to put in this on this update is null and void at this point, because it's the fact that it's been 8 days, we're finding out about it, and we've been asking all over the internet what's going on, and yet they've said nothing about it. In fact, they've been pretty much hiding. The only reason we even found this is because people were having that cap activating on their game consoles, and we're going like, what the heck? And it started going about this whole thing. And then someone actually looked up, I believe on Twitter or something, they were like responded to Bethesda, and Bethesda came back saying with these new caps. Well, if you look all over the Destiny forums, I mean, I'm, see if I can't maybe just find something off the top of my here. Oh, this might be here. Let's just be right here. Watered down mods, okay, and so, oh, nope, that's not it. Okay, sorry. I mean, I get anything on here just because I'm guessing they're trying to hide as much as they can, just trying to. Anyway, point being is the cap now makes it so go around 50. Therefore, we're getting rid of mods, and I was getting frustrated. And I think overall, it's not so much the fact that they put this new cap in, which I mean, a lot of us are frustrated, and a lot of us are talking about it, but I don't think that was our main issue. I think the main issue was the fact that Bethesda didn't do nothing about it. And again, we know it's Bethesda who did it because Sony and Xbox, the Sony, Microsoft, aka PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, are both having the exact same issue simultaneously. And the chance of that happening by the two companies at the same time is like a whole lot less than like 0 to none. So in other words, it's not possible. I mean, it would have to be the stroke of the most unlucky luck in the world, and I doubt it that would happen. So that being said, to get Bethesda, they keep screwing up this game, because first the Fallout 4 wasn't the best game. I mean, it was a good game, I'm not gonna lie, it's my favorite out of all the games, but it came to the fact where they released the game at the original date, so we don't get to see all the extra stuff that we know they were putting in, we know that they were working on, and days that cut short, and there's obvious evidence of that in game. And we were going on about how from there we go to the DLCs, and how one, they were third-party DLCs, but two, they were like, the DLCs weren't, they didn't have a lot to them. It was not like worth the money you're spending. I mean, like, unless you really got the DLC season pass, in which case you like only paying for one DLC, it wasn't really worth it. A lot of people didn't download a number of them from what I've heard and what I've seen. So it's always going like, But then we get to mods. Well, mods we were expecting to be able to get at least our console users were expecting to get like all this stuff from Nexus. But no, Bethesda goes and makes their own website, their own page, their own system for it instead of using the traditional system in there. Now, whether or not that was because they chose to, just by choice, or because they had to, is again, it's not really matter because the fact that we're not hearing anything about it. They just did it. So we're not getting all the mods we want. We're not getting all the mods we probably could get because we're not limited as much as they are. I mean, I've seen a lot of other games using stuff that Bethesda claims to be limited to on the Xbox One. So I mean, I know it's not really true, at least some of it. It's just they're trying to cover up their tracks, for lack of a better words. So we get into all this. And then we have this most recent issue of the cap. And it's just like, okay, so you go and claim you're increasing the cap, but then you go and make a new cap that basically is decreasing. I mean, it's not decreasing the said cap, but it's decreasing us overall in our mod abilities. Not to mention the fact that we have to have a PC version of the game to even make mods, so we can't do what we want on try to make over the mods that we've got. Because a lot of us want to go out and buy a PC and or game just to be able to get the creation kit to make the mod. So I mean, consoles are basically already screwed. PS4 more than us, but it's just like we're going downhill. So we're already downhill. I feel like Bethesda is not even at this point trying to get the sales out of the hot water they're already in. I feel like they're digging the hole and they're just asking for us to put a tombstone on top. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I know I'm kind of ranting here, but it's. I mean, I don't know. I really wouldn't mind having some comments here for anyone who sees this, just to kind of tell me what you guys are thinking at this point. But I mean, even if Bethesda was intentionally going to tell us that they were doing this kind of stuff, which I mean, they could supposedly claim that's what this is right here, is the general performance and stability improvements. I mean, that's like, I mean, if you really tried, you could attempt doing it, but we all know that that's not the case. We all know that that was not what they meant by that. So I mean, at this point, we're going downhill. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, personally, I'm frustrated. I know a lot of other players are frustrated. So at this point, it's just kind of, what do we do? And I haven't heard anything about Fallout 5 at all anywhere. I was expecting to see maybe start hearing stuff about Fallout 5 here within this year, if not the next. Or, I mean, the past. But, so, I mean, I don't know, maybe Bethesda is about ready to hit the drain. But, I don't know. So, you guys tell me what you think. For anyone who's watching this video, I really hope you guys stick around to hear my entire rant, even though it's exactly what it was, a rant. I kind of provide a little bit of stuff for you. But, aside from that, like, just, anyway, thanks for watching. I'm hoping to come back here pretty soon with another video on my gaming community. It's something I've started out where I haven't been on the YouTube lately. I kind of last minute, but as soon as I get the gaming community kind of back down, I'll be after I'm finished getting everything put together and we're done with getting through public launch days and we're actually into it. I'm probably gonna come back, maybe do some stuff with the public, the gaming community, and go from there. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you've liked what you see, which I don't know, I've just counted for that, but if you like what you see, like what you hear, come and subscribe, hit like, it always helps, and thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys again.